All right, looks like we are indeed live. Dan, thanks you. Clay helped me yesterday getting my TPT. Just to note, TPT has a video showing users how to download and use Ninja Trader. That is necessary as you. Okay, cool, Dan. Well, I'm glad you got that figured out. KC, hey Clay, good to see you. I'm having a rough day, but you always seem to get me feeling more confident. Well, KC, misery loves company, so you're not alone. I'll just leave it that way. Hey, good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Kevin. Can somebody give me a 1 in the chat box just to make sure people can hear me? Hit that number 1 in the chat box if you can hear me. Okay, very good. Very good. And if you plan on enjoying, if you know you're going to enjoy this, hit that like button. If you don't know if you're new, first off, welcome. But yeah, don't hit the like button yet because you don't know if you're going to like this or not. But if you do, yeah, hit that like. Yesterday we broke a new record. We got over 100 in the live stream, which was awesome. Still, our goal now is going to be 70. Let's see if we can get at least 70 to consider this a victory, a success. But yeah, just getting people logged on, watching the markets right now. I want to give a little recap of my day, but we'll let a few more people get on here first. If anybody does have a request for a stock, a future, crypto, let me know. $5 super chats. Make sure the request happens, and I'll see it right away and get to it right away. You are free to request whatever, but I just don't make any promises that I'll actually get to it or see it. But like I said, the super chats, bring it to my attention. $5 super chats, that is. When I first started, we did $2 ones, but then that was like borderline turning myself into a slave laborer. So I was like, no, probably should do at least 5. So yeah, like I said, let me know if you have a request, and while we wait for more people to kind of get logged on, hopefully do some live trading. I want to give some circumstances here. Yeah, just wild ranges. VST. All right, let's take a look at VST again. If you'd like for me to take a look at something, go ahead and request it. $5 super chat, so make sure that it happens, and that'll happen right away. So if not, I just go through the order that I see them. So like I said, the other benefit is if you do the super chat, I'll get to it right away. Whereas, if you give a request, if I do get to it, it might not be 20 minutes after you request it. Let's see, VST. Well, so far so good from the daily standpoint in the sense of it is respecting that pink line right there, the 200 period or 200-day moving average. So that's good. Obviously, the overall chart has a lot of downwards pressure, but just looking at it very recently, that is always an important moving average within the world of technical analysis. And assuming you're bullish, you do want to see the price stay above that area. And so far, it has indeed stayed above it. So that is an encouraging thing. Let's drop down to the hourly. Hourly, I think, maybe. From the naked eye test, do we have a bullish pattern here forming? Do we have a falling wedge? So there's a support. There's a resistance line. Yeah, so falling wedge pattern here, bullish pattern. Now, just because something's bullish doesn't mean for sure guaranteed that price is going to go upwards, but would it be shocking if the price curled upwards and then got some momentum? No, I don't think anybody would be shocked by that. So yeah, VST. I'm assuming the 30 minutes not telling us a whole lot. Yeah. So, yeah, VST, interesting pattern here. Seems like a good day to buy in the dip. I mean, I don't know your strategy, but potentially, yeah. Let's see. Again, super chats, I will get to your alert right away. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, BTC, USD. Check what's going on with the daily here. So yes, as I pointed out, I don't know if it was yesterday's live stream, but that trend line right there, I've had that in place. That was an area of support. And then just a classic example of a support turning to resistance. You can see it was broken there. Then the back test, surprise, surprise. Look right where it got rejected back down. So if this does try to come back upwards, I would definitely keep an eye on that trend line right there as a key area of resistance. Right now, though, as I speak, not the greatest looking candle right there if you were bullish. But also the price does continue to hold above the pink line, 200-day moving average, which is important. If the price does not hold above that area, then yeah, the price, no guarantees, but I could see it very realistically coming down to that level and then testing and potentially doing a double bottom. So maybe there's a double bottom, potential right there if the price does roll back over, breaks down through that 200-day moving average. Again, if you're enjoying, hit that like button. If you have a request yourself that you want me to get to for sure and right away, $5 super chats, make that happen. What's going on with the 4 hour? Maybe the hourly does. Okay, yeah. So on the hourly here, I would definitely call this definitely a must-hold area. You have the 50-day move or 50 period moving average at purple line, 200 period moving average at pink line. You also have a group of supports right there. So if the price were to come down to here and then break down below it, it basically enters the chart in kind of this no man's land where you don't have anything else until down there. Now, again, that's not to say that if it breaks, it's dropping straight down to that area. Just saying that from a technical standpoint, not a whole lot of confidence in buyers stepping in here because it is just kind of that overall no man's land. You're welcome, Ricardo. You are welcome. PLTR. Let's take a look at PLTR again. Feel free to drop a request. Stock, option, Forex, futures, crypto. And I will do my best to get to it. $5 super chats, though, guarantee that I get to it. And if you're enjoying, make sure you hit that like button. PLTR. So daily time frame still has this trend line in place. And that trend line will, that'll hold through on, I'm sure, some of these lower time frames. Yeah, I think I'm just going to get rid of that because right now we have basically a bear pennant pattern. So let me get this lower trend line into place. Dang, Mr. Sam is a slave driver. Get to Brent oil. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Sam. Woo! He's a slave driver. Goodness. Get to it, boy. Okay, Mr. Sam. Or I think that should be Master Sam. I will get to it in just a minute, Master Sam. So yes, on the daily, so we have this resistance, we have this support, then you have, the big move down right here. For you golfers, try to make a little more visual, put the golf up here, upside down. Pennant, so this would be a bear pennant. Now, as I mentioned earlier, with that falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern, doesn't mean the price is going to for sure go up. Same is true here. Just because something's a bearish pattern doesn't mean the price is for sure going to go down. But I don't think anybody would be shocked if the price were to come down here and then push down through there with that break, picking up downside pressure. So that's something to keep in mind. Let me check on what's going on over here. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Where are we at? If you would like to see some live trades, we need to get this up to at least 30 likes. So if you want to see some live trades, hit that like button. Let's get this up to 30. That's only 11 from here. Then I'll explain a little bit of context here and also why what I'm doing is pretty amazing. Wow, just stuck it. Nobody hit the like button after that. I guess there is a little bit of a delay. But yeah, if you want to do some live trading, then hit that like button. Let's try to get this up to 30. Do I be more aggressive with that level? Yeah, maybe I'll put that one out there. And yes, I'm talking to myself right now. See if it wants to come into play. Although this could be an interesting short up around here. 300, 310. Yeah, that's not terrible. Okay, I guess people don't really care about live trading. Fair enough. Fair enough. I made the request and the likes went up by 3. Okay. All right, let's go back. Maybe people are more interested in just doing some analysis. ARB. I don't know what IoT stands for, but we'll go to ARB. ARB. This? Javier? This is what you're requesting? ARB? I would assume this must be some sort of like investment for you because trading-wise, this is pure garbage. I mean, there's barely any volume. You drop down to like the 30-minute, and look at that. See, I don't know what reference point you're asking from, but ARB as a stock, yeah, that's again if this is like some sort of 30-year investment, okay, fine. Who really cares about the volume in that standpoint? But from a trading standpoint, yeah. Clay, I have a question. If I sign up for the 50K account and am on a pro account and make 100, I can withdraw 100 and receive. Okay, Mohammed. So you are asking about the deal that is on top of your screen. So yes, after you pass the test phase, whoops, wrong direction. And you are on, it depends what pro. So if you're on a pro, just normal, you would get to keep 80%. But if then you go to the Pro Plus, you would be able to keep 90. So yes, that is the general idea. If on the Pro accounts. So good question there. And that has nothing to do with the 50,000 account. That's just any size account. That's what it would be. So I'm curious, people that are here right now, give me a 5 if you don't trade futures or you don't even know what futures are. Hit the number 5 in the chat box. I'm curious. If you don't know what futures are or just have never traded futures, hit that number 5 in the chat box. Curious what kind of crowd dynamic we have here. Austin, KC, Denny. Okay, good. Again, if you don't trade futures or you've just never heard of them, hit that number 5. Okay. So my question to those of you, maybe some of you are listening and you don't even have accounts, so you can't type anything. But for those of you that are, okay, a lot of people. Okay, good. So to those of you that are saying that, when I say the pattern day trading rule, does that mean anything to you? Does that annoy you? Come on, the Dougie. You're not new to any of this. So pattern day trading rule. Who of those of you that are hitting 5s is annoyed by the pattern day trading rule? Meaning you're not allowed to trade as much as you want. I got close to that yellow line that I drew. Not quite, though. I mean, I think I can speak for most people in the world of options or stocks that want to be day traders, and then the pattern day trading rules slides in, and it's just a major buzzkill. The fact that you still haven't traded futures is very disappointing to me, because you've heard me give my argument here. And to think that you're not convinced by it, you may be you may just be the most stubborn person ever. So in the world of futures, and why I would highly recommend you consider futures is number one reason in and of itself, there's no pattern day trading rule. Now, maybe you don't even realize it's about to be annoying to you. Maybe you're new and you're like, yeah, well, I'm going to do stocks. I'm going to be a stock day trader. I'm going to be an options trader. Well, unless you have $25,000 in your account, you're not going to be allowed to trade as much as you want. You can do 3-day trades per 5-day rolling period. Again, only 3-day trades where you buy and sell on the same day. You're only given 3 of those for every 5 days. Well, I mean, Dougie, you are stubborn and you're very inefficient, is what I would argue. You're making your life harder. For example, the Dougie is continuing to subject himself to the pattern day trading rule. But in futures, there is 0 pattern day trading rule. You can trade as much as you want. Reason number 2, they are open basically around the clock. So as far as finding a spot within the day to be able to get some trades on, the futures open up a whole lot of opportunity in that regard. Another reason, if you like to make money when prices go down, shorting. Now, I know a lot of people, they're in the like shorting penny stocks or shorting the small caps. But the problem with that is you have to go out there, you have to try to locate shares, you have to borrow shares, and then you have to pay extra fees on top of that. So you have to make all these other payments. Very, very annoying in that regard to have to make all these extra payments. And then if you can even find shares in the world of futures, you just short. You don't have to borrow. You don't have to pay extra. You don't have to seek anything out. You just short. Another reason, paying for scanners, using scanners. Okay, I got to find the hot stock. I got to find the hot crypto. I got to find what's moving today. You don't need to do any of that. You go and you trade the same thing every single day because the same thing gives many and multiple opportunities every single day. So there's a good reason too. Then when it comes to risk management, and this is where I would argue it's amazing, and I'm speaking from experience today, but they allow you to do really dumb things, but not have it absolutely destroy you. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to walk you through my little journey today. So the way it works with a prop firm in futures is you go and you purchase buying power. So you come, and right here at the top of your screen, what you're seeing is for the 119 is right here. You could purchase $50,000 in buying power for $119. And then you have to prove yourself as a trader. So the proving yourself is the valuation, the test phase, and you have to make $3,000, but you cannot lose $2,000. So you can't show up and act like a degenerate. I mean, you can show up and act like a degenerate gambler, but you're probably going to fail the test. So if you fail the test, though, it only costs you the 119. So you could go out there and do a bunch of dumb things, lose 2,000, but it only costs you 119. So let me walk you through and put you in, shoes or my shoes, for example. So let's say this is you. You went and you're like, no, I'd like $150,000 of purchasing power. Okay, that's going to cost you $252. Now, during the test phase, you are not allowed to lose more than $4,500. But my argument is this. We've all had bad days. We've all had those days where a move just boom. I mean, it's just one of those moves. And you're sitting there and you're saying, wow, that was a nasty move. And sure, I could have traded it better, but it was just still a nasty move. And that just cost me a lot. So if you're using your own money in stocks or crypto or Forex or options, well, then that loss, that was a rough move. It's costing you $4,500 of your own money. But with the world of prop firms, it only costs you the cost of the account. So right here, oh no, I canceled my subscription. They said they will refund because of an account creation issue. Well, that's actually good, Philip. You now have an even better deal. Because after you pass the test, and I 100% disagree that customer service was horrible. They have really good customer service. But anyways, you're getting a better deal because after you pass this test, then you go on to what's called the pro account. And in order to activate your pro account, you would normally have to pay $130. But right now the deal is 30% off, but no activation fee. So Philip, you don't have to trust me, Philip, do the numbers. Do what you paid for the 50% off and then add in $130. And now look at the prices and you'll see that you're actually getting the better deal. But yeah, like I said, it's not that I don't believe you. Maybe you had a one-up and had bad customer service, but I have not had any sort of, especially when you use the word horrible. I've definitely not had any customer service that was horrible. But anyways, so like I said, back to the point, and let's go to my trading here. So I got to change things, but right here, is that showing up? Yeah, right here. Can everybody see this? Right here. And I'm going to walk you through this, but I had on that account a $4,678 loser. So which trade was this? What happened? Well, right here, opening part of the day, there is this move down. I mean, a big plunge down, and I'm thinking, okay, here we go. Especially, I'm going in the direction of the trend. It's like, okay, not totally shocked by the big plunge down because we are in a downtrend. This seems to be confirming the trend. So I'm going to go ahead and if it starts to bounce upwards, I'm going to try to get short. And short means if you're a beginner, you want to make money when prices go down. So if you go short or you're shorting something, you make money if prices go down. You lose money if prices go up. And on that note, you can see, it went up all right. It went straight up all the way here. And that movement right there, I did try to get a little bit more aggressive because I was pretty confident in it. I wasn't thinking just straight up V-shape recovery would happen, but a V-shape recovery did indeed happen, and it just boom. So like I was saying earlier, one of those moves where you're like, wow, $4,600, poof. But my question to you, and the quiz question, did I actually lose $4,600 out of my pocket? And if you're answering the question, well, no, Clay, you didn't. You only lost, or if this was me, so if this was Tom, and this was Tom's account, how much would Tom have lost? Well, Tom would have lost only the cost of the account, which was $250. Now, I'm only going to speak for myself, but Tom or myself, I would rather lose $250, or excuse me, $252. I would rather lose $252 compared to, boom, $4,600. So by using a prop firm, they're a great risk management tool because you have very, very little of your money on the line. And when you do those dumb things, or you have, like I said, these sorts of just crazy moves where it came down, I was feeling great about it, and then poof, and then of course, I mean, anybody ever been there where it knocks you out and then it rolls over? It's like, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. But again, that's a much easier pill for Tom or anybody to swallow when it doesn't actually cost $4,600. It only costs the cost of the account. So hopefully that makes sense, but that is, kind of my argument for why futures are so much better than stocks or options or Forex or crypto. I know crypto does not have a pattern day trader rule, but futures just move so much better. They move so much better. The volatility is fantastic. And that's what I'll show here too if people are interested. So if you've never seen futures, how much would you have made with this same account? Well, the amount you make is unlimited. Because if you pass the test so once you pass the test here, then you go to the pro account and then you can make as much as you want. Now, the one thing to keep in mind after you pass the testing phase, again, for the $150,000 account, you're allowed to lose $4,500. And then you can, the goal is $9,000. But I got to make $9,000. You can take your time. There's no time frame, although I do recommend get it done within a month so that you don't have to pay another $252. But with the $9,000, that's the goal. Then you move into the pro accounts. And then at that point, you can make as much as you want. The one catch is, with the pro account, what you make, you'd keep 80% of. Or if you're in the pro plus account, which you can see right there, you would get to keep 90% of your gains. Kevin, you got that all figured out then? You're in your take profit now? If you're enjoying, how are we stuck at 33 likes? Come on, let's get some likes here. What is going on? So if you want to see me make a trade here, if you want to see what volatility looks like, what you can expect in futures, then that's what I want to show you. I make no apologies for it. I'm trying to persuade those of you in stocks, options, crypto, and Forex to switch to futures through the prop firm because for all the reasons I've given, no pattern day trader rule. Your risk is very managed. Not to mention, if you're a new or struggling trader, the prop firms during the test phase, they're putting rules upon you to force you to manage risk, and that is a good thing. Does that make the test challenging? Of course, but trading is challenging. If anybody that tells you trading is easy, they're lying to you. Trading is hard, and you've got to manage risk. So that's why I argue the rules that the prop firm is putting upon you is a good thing because it's forcing you to manage risk. Sign up for your stuff today. Excellent, Kevin. Send me an email when you do, Kevin. Clay, it says there is a buffer zone on the website, so Oh, well, yes, Mohammed, I'm assuming after you get through that, yes, you have to get the buffer zone. You've got to create a bit of buffer before you can do it. So sorry, I was assuming that you're asking in the sense of, yeah, you've met all the criteria. Again, that's why I say you got to go to their site. It's all explained there, Mohammed. And they have good customer service. Mackenzie, good. I'm glad I persuaded you. But yes, I have no, and again, if you disagree with my sales pitch, I guess, or if you would disagree with my argument, I'm all ears. But I have yet to have anybody give me a good reason on why it's better to stay with stocks or why it's better to stay with options or even for you options traders, you all know how it works with the Greeks, with theta. And if you hold too long, the value of your contract's going down because of theta. There's none of that stuff in futures. This is Tradeovate. So the way it would work, TJ, is you use the link that you see at the top of the screen. And then you would go, and step one would be pick the size of the account you want. So pick whatever purchasing power you want. So 25,000, 50,000. And then during the sign up process, they will ask you, which platform do you want? So they have over 15 of them, as I see here, but I am using Tradeovate right here. Now, I know a lot of you, have TradingView accounts and all that. You can trade through TradingView if you want, but what you see on the screen and what I use is Tradeovate. And that is a recommended, and that I do echo that. I would recommend Tradeovate because that is what you're seeing right here. So yes, like I said, I am. So the thing here that I do apologize, because this was an account that that we've been building up kind of together. Started this account on Monday. This is the third day. But after that trade, I'll admit it, I went a little bit on tilt and was like, and then I hopped into this account and I'm like, I should be saving that for the live stream. I should be saving that for the live stream. But unfortunately, now these were still good trades, but I went on tilt in the sense of not really respecting that I should have probably waited until the live stream was going, because that's where up until this point, every single trade on this account had been on the live stream. And just to show you kind of how it works behind the scenes during the test phase, let me do this real quick. So you can get more of an idea of what you would see behind the scenes. I got too many windows. Okay, there we go. Let me make sure that is off the screen. So what you would see is right here, I think. Let's make sure that it's on the screen. There we go. So as of right now, so the test period is a minimum 5 days. You can't pass any quicker than 5 days. And so far, I have done 2 days. Both of these days were on the live stream. I've made a total so far of that amount. The goal to pass the test for the $25,000 account is $1,500. Now, the one rule that's within it, and this rule, again, it's based on forcing you to be considering risk. And one way you don't consider risk is to just go YOLO, right? Massive size YOLO. And they're saying, no, we don't want you doing that. So the one rule they give you is you cannot make more than 50% of your total profit. The total profit that they want you to make is $1,500. So you are not allowed to make more than 50% of $1,500. So for you math geniuses out there, hopefully you're saying, okay, so you're in a single day, you're not allowed to make more than $750. Correct. So that is one thing. So they're telling me that the most I've made and with my biggest day was 40.5%. So I have not violated that rule. So I'm all set. And then, of course, you cannot lose more than the $2,000. But that's what's going on behind the scenes during the test phase is, you got to go for at least 5. Now, if you get it, within one, or you can't get it within one, but if you get it within a few days, then yeah, the remaining days you would just make a small little trade, just to log a trade and then not touch it anymore. But that's where the things currently stand right now. What's the best paper trading platform for someone just getting into trading? Mac, iOS? I don't know. I'm not a Mac user, so I really don't have much on that. Makes me feel better that I'm not the only one that got wiped out from that sudden move up this morning. Nope, Matt, I was right with you, Mad. Hopefully you were with a prop firm though, so that you didn't so the big loss was not actually your loss. So what I want to do here is I want to show you what you can expect. So within the world of futures, there's really 2 choices, and for simplicity's sake, whoa, look at this move. Holy smokes! All right, and now. So maybe you're thinking, okay, how much was that move actually worth? Well, depending on the type of contract you chose and the amount of contracts, I'm not exaggerating, but that move there, potentially tens of thousands of dollars. I know, what is this guy? All I'm saying is yes, depending on the contract and the amount, this right here, tens of thousands of dollars. Now that's a 2-sided coin. If it had dropped the other way and you wanted to go up, it would be a quick loss. That's why risk management matters. But my point here is, people are like, well, I trade penny stocks, or I trade those small little cryptos because they make those big explosive moves. And it's like, yeah, you have the pump and dumps. You have like a little small period of excitement. But like with futures, there's always excitement. There's always excitement going on because you have all sorts of moves. Like this move here. Now this one right here roasted me. But if you had gone long, that would have been an amazing move. Same with that one. So there is a whole lot of movement within futures. But so going back to just trying to simplify things, in futures, there are really volatile contracts and then there are less volatile contracts. So the way they denote that, and what I would recommend you start with, is the MNQ. The NQ stands for the NASDAQ. So you're basically trading the NASDAQ market. The M stands for micro, meaning your risk is micro, but so is your gains. But if you're not careful, well, I'll let you be the judge because I'm going to show you the bare minimum. But that is what I would recommend. Now, the very volatile ones are NQ. So NQ, very, very volatile. And I'm not saying that's a good or bad thing. I'm just letting you know that as somebody that I'm assuming if you're a day trader, you want volatility, you want the opportunity to grow your account and all that. I am assuming you want volatility. So if you do not want volatility, then futures trading would definitely not be for you. But as day traders, we sort of need volatility. So, that in of itself makes it very valuable. But I would say and recommend start with the MNQ because that is going to be less volatile. And what I'm going to do is I'm only going to do one MNQ. So that means that when you see this number down here starting to fluctuate, I want you to just realize that's the bare minimum of volatility that you could expect. That's the bare minimum. So if you look at that number and as it starts to move and you're saying, no, that's kind of boring, that's kind of weak, that's fine. Totally respect that opinion. All I want you to realize is that you can go up there and change that number. Now, how high could you make that number? Well, we're using the $25,000 account here. So on the $25,000 account, you could change that number because, again, these are the very volatile contracts. So the very volatile ones on a $25,000 account, you could get 3 of those. Of the micro volatile contract ones, you could get up to 30 of those. So keep in mind, this number here could go up to 30 if you are not happy with what you see when I just do one. I'm sorry, Clay, I just got in here. What prop firm is this? Take Profit Trader. So yeah, if you use that link, that'll give you the deal. Well, yeah, there's not really a trade here right now. And hey, for all of you that were here early, does anybody remember when I drew that red? Look at me. Back to kindergarten. Does anybody remember when I drew that yellow line? Like, give me a 1. Does anybody? I mean, Mohammed, then go trade your own money and get wrecked with your own money. I mean, it's give and take, Mohammed. If you want to just go and trade your own money because you don't like that rule, which is actually not a big deal. Because if you can pass the evaluation, why couldn't you build up a quick little buffer? Right, Mohammed? If you can get through the evaluation, that is suggesting that you know how to trade. So if you know how to trade, why would you not be able to build up a slight little buffer? So, I mean, in my opinion, that's a very small and illogical gripe on your part. Again, because in order to pass the test phase, it's going to require you like knowing what you're doing. So if you know what you're doing, logic would dictate that you could then build up a small little buffer. But if you're like, no, that I still refuse, then fine, go use your money. And then when you take one of these trades, when you're down $4,500, it'll actually be $4,500 of your own money or whatever, that amount is. So yes. Okay, the 1. Yeah, so for those of you that were not here, I put that trend line in a while ago. Some people are giving me the 1 saying, I remember that. Look at that. Not patting myself on the back, but patting charts on the back. Learn charts. Learn technical analysis. It's not because it's a perfect tool. No such thing as a perfect tool. But they're definitely a very valuable tool. Go short? I don't know. That seems scary. So the other context, do you think the bull spike was a liquidity grab? I don't know. I don't know what those terms mean. I'm not cool enough. Like, I've traded for a long time, but I don't know what liquidity grabs are. If it's one of those the market makers did anything, then no, I don't believe in stuff like that. I don't believe there's a room of people sitting there, okay, let's go get this and let's go do that. No, the market's just the market. Because for every instance where you can be like, oh, there's a liquidity grab, there's other instances where nothing ever happens. So, I mean, do breakouts happen? So, I don't know what your definition of a liquidity grab is. Like, it broke out and then you had a bunch of shorts and their stops probably going off? Sure. I mean, maybe that's a liquidity grab. Liquidity grab is a fake out. No, that looked pretty real to me. And this was, granted, full disclaimer right now, I am full-blown hindsight armchair quarterback analysis mode. But in my defense, I did have that yellow line drawn. For those of you that were here for long enough, you know that I had that in place. And then we had this movement right here. So we did have a falling wedge. So I don't know if I'd call that a fake breakout of the falling wedge. That looked pretty real to me. And again, I do want to get a trade. Wow. Not a single super chat. That's brutal. Brutal. And only 41 likes? This is a rough crowd. What is today? Wednesday. Maybe the Wednesday lunch crowd is a little rough. Maybe I should just do these on Tuesday at lunch. Okay. So what I want everybody to pay attention to is this number down here. I'm going to do 1. So this is going to be the bare minimum of volatility that you could expect to see within the futures market. So this is just 1. Let's go.
Order filled.
Okay. So now I am in. Ask yourself, how do you feel about that number right there? The way it's fluctuating. And again, no, that's kind of slow, Clay. I'm not too impressed by that. That's okay. We're only at 1. You could move that number up as high as 30 with this account. So just watch that number. How are you feeling about that number?
Order filled.
Out there for a little bit of a scalp. Just wanted to give you, I didn't totally, and shoot, I should have mentioned, none of this, I'm a moron, I'm an idiot, I don't know what I'm doing. Do not follow me. These are not recommendations at all. I am literally just trying to show people what futures, how they move. So are my decisions devoid of logic? No, there's logic behind them. But are these like A+ setups? No, they're not. So don't even think about following me. Not to mention there's a delay. But right there. So the question becomes, and you can always go back and watch in the archive, how does the 5 super chat payment process work? I don't know. I think you just hook a credit card up to YouTube or something. Or unless you're asking how do you make a super chat, down in the chat box, there is a little box with a $sign in it. If you click on that, that is how you submit a super chat. So again, for those of you that are maybe we're doing futures, and I wanted you, and you can always go back and look, but I wanted you to watch that number there. And if you were just not impressed by it, if you thought that was too slow, then all you would have to do to fix that quote unquote problem is come up here and raise that number, because that is the number of contracts. With futures, you don't trade shares, you trade contracts. So how high could you raise that? Valid question. Okay, Clay, if I purchase a $25,000 account, which is what we're looking at here, how high could I raise that number right there? So we'll go back and look, because it tells you this up front, and this is another argument I like, because of prop firms make the math super easy, right? You don't have to think about anything, because in some cases, like, okay, well, if I have XYZ of purchasing power, like how much does that actually buy me? How do I do that math, especially in futures? Like in stocks, I know how to do that math, but like how do futures pricing, how does all that work? Doesn't matter. The prop firm just flat out tells you. So for the $25,000 account, I could have changed that number up to 30. So again, that was only 1. So if you were just saying that's a little too boring, no problem. You could have changed that number up to 30 if you really wanted to. Now, if you're like, no, even 30, I don't think that would be good enough. Okay, well then let's go to the $50,000 account. You could have changed that number up to 60. Say, no, I want volatility, Clay. I want volatility. Okay, well, you could do a $100,000 account, and you could change that number up to 120. And all you saw there for me on that trade was 1. So that is the power. And I will try to make some more trades here. But like I said, my goal here is just I'm trying to convince people, make people aware of the futures market. Because I remember when I got started as a day trader in stocks, my hands were cuffed because the pattern day trader rule, I didn't have $25,000. And it was just such a pain. So I want people to know that there is a better way. You do not have to allow yourself to get handcuffed by the pattern day trader rule. 5 minute makes me think this might want to come down here. But you got to like it right here. So really it's, I don't know, is that the breakout point there? We have a bit of a golf hole down here. So we have a little bull pennant pattern. So in my mind, it's just a question of, do you think that that could potentially happen? The 5 minute, though, is suggesting that this is this thing might want to fall to the downside, though. That's what's got me a little worried. But as of right now, on the 2 minute here, we're looking at a bull pennant pattern. Thank you, Clay. Your chat room has really helped me out. Made 1,200 today. Nice. Thank you for the reminder, because I'm a terrible salesman, and we are 39 minutes in, and I have not made a sales pitch for anything that I offer. So if you are in, so Brian, which in the chat box just read, chat room helped to make $1,200 today. Let me send a link. So here we go. Check out the chat room. We have a lot of good traders in there. A lot of traders that are using prop firms and doing futures. Don't accidentally buy a 10 lot of NQ when you meant to buy MNQ. Did you do that today, Salty? But this is every month payment. Good question, Mr. Bulldog. It can be. It could be. So if you're doing your test, let's go just to the 50, then yes, it is $119 per month. But this is only for the test. And that's why I say aim to pass the test within a month, which is very, very reasonable. Because now again, 3,000, I'm not saying is a small amount, but with futures, I'm telling you, they can add up very, very quickly. And it is more than reasonable. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it is reasonable based on how quickly futures can move, where you can make 3,000 within a month. And that's important because once you go to your pro account, there's no more monthly fee. The monthly fee is only during the test phase. So again, you can take as long as you want for your test phase. I just personally recommend that you really try to make it your goal to do it within 1 month. That way you're not getting hit with another monthly fee. So no, the monthly fee goes away after you've passed your test. I could maybe get short here. Man. So again, I think I'm gonna get short unless I get left in the dust, but I want you to watch this number down here. And as that As that fluctuates, ask yourself, how does it feel? So this is not the greatest of short entries, but for the sake of the video, I got to be. See, now what I'm battling is I'm actually close to passing this 25,000 account. And I should note, shout out to Take Profit Trader. They gave me the $25,000 account because they were like, I told them my idea. Hey, I'm just trying to make stock traders, options traders, crypto traders aware of the futures market because I think it's way better. And it is. And if you disagree with me, I welcome your challenge in the chat box on how stocks, options, Forex, or crypto is better than futures, especially when you factor in with a prop firm. My claim is you cannot do it. You cannot give me a credible argument that would make your case. And reason number one, hurdle number one that you have to overcome is, especially if you're trading stocks or options, having to deal with that pattern day trading rule. Unless you have 25,000, you're stuck under the annoying pattern day trading rule. So my first argument from the future side of things would be there's zero pattern day trading rule. You can trade as much as you want. And I think that is a very powerful argument, very powerful reason on why you would want to consider futures. Nathan, been reaching out to support and they keep saying every day by the end of the day today. Are you talking about getting an account set up? I'm not sure what. Oh, I'm sorry. What's up with the TPT? Past evals Friday and account still sitting on past test tab. Been reaching out to support and they keep saying every day by the end of. Yeah, I will say this about Take Profit Trader. They're growing because I had a payment request that took, usually the payment requests are like within hours and it took longer than that. But I appreciate if you push hard enough, Nathan, they will, I would think, because they confessed to me, which I appreciated. Yeah, we're growing as a company. We're having staffing issues right now. So it'll happen, and it did happen. I got my payout, but it did take time. Fred, hey, I just started using TPT and passed my eval and just got above the buffer zone. How long does it take to update the amount you can withdraw? How long does it take to... So the day will have to close. Well, first off, Fred, congratulations. That's fantastic. You already passed. You just started using my TPT and passed my eval and just got above the buffer zone. Okay, so you've been trading Take Profit Trade for at least 5 days then, is what you're saying, Fred. But yeah, you need to let the day complete for them to update everything. So if you are above the buffer zone and you're in money that you can now request for a payout, don't make any more trades. Wait for it to all refresh for tomorrow for everything to be locked in. Because from their side of things, for all they know, maybe you make another trade and then you lose it all. But yeah, I would say if you're in a comfortable spot, don't make any more trades. Nice, 46 likes. Can we get up to 50? All right. So there is a bull pennant right now. It is indeed breaking out. 5 minutes. The 5 minutes, what's got me hesitant on whether or not I can really trust this. If anything, I almost want to short it, but do I really want to be a clown that's shorting the breakout up here? But anyways, like I said, Take Profit Trader was kind enough to donate this $25,000 account, and I'm actually pretty close to passing. So you've got to get this account up to $26,500. Again, where is that number coming from? Well, for the test phase on the $25,000 account, you need to make $1,500. You're not allowed to lose $1,500 though. So 25,000 plus 1,500 is 26. So right here, this number you can see is at 26,147. So I'm actually within, about $350 of passing. So now I'm a little scared in the sense of, well, I don't want to blow up this account, but at the same time, it was donated. It is what it is. And I want to make trades, but I'd also, that'd be fun to pass it. But at the same time, I'm trying to, use these as examples. Nice, up over 51. Awesome. Thanks, Clay. You wrote. In long on the breakout, looking for 2,500. I'm literally trading my 100K eval that was passed on Friday. Well, be careful with that, Nathan. You don't want to, because if you have a bad loss and you blow and you go down below the threshold limits, that's not going to be a passed account anymore. So I would say your better path would be to just sit on your hands or just get another account, because you can have, and that's the other thing with prop firms is you can have up to 5 accounts. So balance at 110. Okay, Nathan, you are taking unnecessary risk. You don't need to be doing that because you're gaining nothing by doing that. Because during the test phase, you're doing 100,000. You only need to make 6,000. After 6,000, you get nothing because once you go to the pro account, everything resets. So you are gaining nothing by growing that balance to 110. You need to grow that balance to 106 and then just stop trading. So you have been and are taking on well, if you know, then why are you? If fair enough, but why don't you just go get another account? Because you can get up to 5 take profit accounts. And here's the other cool thing about prop firms. Take profit will allow you to have 5 accounts, and then you can copy trade them, meaning you can make one trade, but then copy that same exact trade to 4 other accounts. So for example, if you have 5 accounts and then you make one $100 trade, you actually just made 500 because each one of those accounts would have been a $100 trade also. You pass. So Nathan, you signed up with 5 accounts and then you passed 5 accounts. So I'm guessing you must have been doing paper trading, or I'm sorry, not paper trading. You were doing copy trading. It's so let me just, so this is what I'm seeing on the 5-minute. It just hung up in this downward sloping 50 period moving average. You have the VWAP up here. It's just such a congestion area. You have this candle right here. Again, I'm not trying to make like A+ setup trades, but I don't want it to be like a totally terrible trade. I mean, maybe you take that trend line break right there and then look to try to scalp it up to VWAP. I mean, that still would be about a 20-point move. Choices. Yeah, copy trade. Okay, yeah, Nathan, I would say just be patient then, and they'll eventually get to it. So what do people think? Would you be buying this breakout here? Here it's coming. Do I buy it? Scalp up to... So again, I'm going to do 1 micro. So watch that level right there. What I'm trying to convey to you is if you're wondering, I don't know, should I venture down the futures path? Is it actually as volatile as this guy's saying it's volatile, or is he kind of exaggerating?
Order filled.
I'm in, so watch that number right there. And if you think that's too slow the way it's behaving, then all you could do, you could change that number up as high as 30 based on the account size that I have. So just watch that number. That's the whole point here. Watch that number. Ask yourself, how do you feel about that number? So there we go. Nice. Gonna
Order
take that
filled.
right up to... I said scalp up to VWAP. I guess I'm a little bit ahead of VWAP, but oh well, I'll take it. So again, if you missed it, you can scroll back. We'll break to the upside. I really can't. That's a pet peeve. Bagra Rehan. So are you telling you your whole account is in that? Is that what you're saying? Did you go all in, entire account? Is that what you're saying, Beg? I'm just going to call you Beg because I apologize. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is that what you're telling me? You just went all in? All in. Not like, oh, I went in some, but you went all in. Yeah, I had a stop loss, Ken. But at the same time, it was 1 micro. So once again, Clay, can we see what 30 micro is like? Yeah, if we get up to 100 likes and I get some super chats, sure. But that's a great way to have the account go bye-bye in a hurry. So yeah, I'll do 30 micro if we can get up to 100 likes and get some super chats up in here. So here's the thing: when people say it will break to the upside, like if you say break to the upside with a question mark, that's you acknowledging that you're not quite sure. You're just throwing out there as a suggestion. But when people say something will happen, like, okay, so then you're all in, because if that will happen, then that means like it's guaranteed to happen. Like if you touch a hot stove, you will get burnt. You will get burnt with a bare hand. You will get burned, assuming you haven't dipped your hand in water. Because I know there's always that person like, well, technically, it will happen. So if you're telling me that it will break to the upside, that's fine. But unless you went all in, now I was talking about the trend line. Well, then why? But you said it will happen, Bag. So why did you not go all in? If you're saying it will happen, you should be all in right now. You should have credit cards. You should be taking out second mortgages on your house. You should be all in because you said something will happen. Not maybe it's happened. Not it's plausible it could happen. But you said it will happen. Again, a big pet peeve. Because nobody knows what will happen. Even that, I said, okay, if it breaks here, I could see a scalp up to that VWAP. And yeah, I mean, actually, look at that. Hit the VWAP and came back down. But did I know that would for sure happen? Of course not. There's no guarantees. So now the trolls are going to start showing up, or people that just want to press my buttons. They're going to say things will happen. I should probably not give those little things, because now I'm just giving people ammunition, which would be kind of funny on their part. Look, oh, boom, just like that. In hindsight, why did you just scalp, Clay? Why didn't you do more? Hey, you're right. That's hindsight. But again, my goal is to show you these numbers fluctuating. And when you saw that last trade, if you were not impressed by those numbers fluctuating, once again, you could, based on the size of this account, have changed that number. You could have done that up to 30. That was only one micro contract. And that's the micro contracts. We come over here to the volatile ones, the NQ, and oh boy. Oh boy. No, you didn't psych me out. You just don't be like that. Don't be that person in the world of trading where you say something will happen, because nothing, you don't know that. Why are you sweating it? It will happen. Well played. Well played. I mean, I could just try to pass the account, go big or go home, but I don't know if I want to go big or go home. That's not exactly the trading habits that I want to convey. But yeah, I'm about what is the math on that? About $325 away from passing. Right at that level there. Nice move. If anybody did play that bull pennant breakout, congratulations to you. You definitely played it and did not scalp it out. Congratulations. I suppose in hindsight, I was a little too... I mean, like I said, to my credit, it broke, went up, hit VWAP like I called out, and then it came back down. But also then it just recovered and did not care about VWAP any longer. Next potential area of resistance, right up here, I would say. Whoops. So this is the 5 minute. We have that high right there, which is matching up right with the pink line. So what is that? At 2,500. Yeah, I'll look to, I'd go short up there for a quick little scalp. Oh, that was weird. I don't know what I did there. $65 likes. Come on, let's get up to 75. 10 more likes. 10 more likes. So 2,500. Do I buy this little pullback here? I mean, I will go super aggressive mode, but we got to get some likes going on or some super chats or something. But I'm going to keep it super conservative and just keep it at 1 for just straight up educational purposes. But if we can get some excitement here, yeah, I'll go a little bit more aggressive. I did 2,500 target in at 23. Oh, so you're more like a swing day trader, Nathan. Can you switch to CL crude oil first hour today? No, not right now, Mike. I want to keep an eye on the MNQ. I don't have any experience trading oil, so. It's kind of overextended. I'll get rid of that line there. Don't need that anymore. But yeah, 20,500 definitely looks to be a potentially stubborn area up there if it can reach that point. And if I just disappear, if the stream just stops, that's because we lost power. Right now, I'm in Iowa, and we are under blizzard warnings right now. Not necessarily because there's a bunch of snow, but the winds are like crazy, and I can hear my roof shaking. Honestly, I don't know how we have not lost power yet, but if the stream just stops, that would be why. Can you connect TPT to MT4? I don't know. See more. MT4. Does not look like I'm seeing MT. Maybe I'm missing it, but at my quick glance right now, not seeing it. Okay, here we got a bit more of a pullback. CL looks like we are back to drilling, so CL is having a rough day. Can you explain the premise of futures? In what regard? What do you mean by the premise of futures? Like if you want a big deep dive, and I would argue this isn't even necessarily definitely required, but I do offer this free class right here. 4-part series that, what are futures? How do they work? Stuff like that. I mean, maybe that'll tell you the premise of futures. Maybe that's, but the premise as far as like the practical side of things, the side that like makes people money, there's no pattern day trading rule. You can trade them pretty much around the clock. You can short whatever you want, whenever you want. You don't have to pay locate fees. You don't have to worry about, does this, you don't have to worry about scanners because you're going to be trading the same things every single day. From a tax perspective, assuming you're using a prop firms, they just pay you with the 1099. So you don't have to worry about any sort of complicated tax forms or anything like that. The wash sale rule, none of that. All that exists in the world of stocks. What is it based off of? It's based off of commodities or indices, all sorts of stuff. So right now, this movement is based off of the NASDAQ. But you could trade things based off of the price of corn. You could things based off the price of oil. You could trade things based off the price of coffee beans. You could trade things based off the price of the S&P 500. Okay, I took that long on ES. Congratulations. Good job. And we'll see if it can get up. Or do I? I'll do this. I think 57. Yeah, that's not too bad. Nope, never mind. The risk profile is changing too much. I was thinking if this wanted to come back down, I could be getting willing to get short on a potentially fake breakout. But at this point, my stop loss would be too. I guess I could do smaller stuff. Yeah, let's just do it with one. If this can come down here, then my stop will be up there. So if it hits that red line, and that's the other nice thing about the platform, so easy. And if I want to cancel that out, just boop. If I want to put it in, just click. It's asking me, do I want to buy there or do I want to sell, do a sell stop? Meaning you don't want to get short until it hits that red line. So it's moving based off what the NASDAQ will do later today, next week, next month. No, it's just like we're already in the future. It's the futures. So it's just based off what people will think it will be doing. Yeah. Same principle as the normal NASDAQ, but this is just the futures of the NASDAQ. So it's just giving you an insight into where people think it may be down the line. The futures are really for hedging. Like if I want to lock in the price of sugar right now because I think it may be up, 6 months from now, then like a sugar manufacturer would use futures to actually do that. But like we're just trading the contracts. And we were just trading them based off of the chart itself. Seems like a bull flag right now. I mean, a small one. So yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing. There's a small little bull flag there. How much premium does futures have? There is no premium. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. It's not options. Trading view. This is Tradovate, Ken, that you're seeing here. What's your opinion on silver futures? I don't know. I could take a look at them, but right now I'm busy here. Now, if we get a super chat, like I said, if you want to make requests for me to go analyze something, I'm more than willing to do that immediately with $5 super chats. But right now I'm watching this to see if we can get the move up to, I'm almost wondering if we just go bigger, go home up at that level at 20,500. Just go higher position size, look for a quick move down scalp and pass this test. But that's also, if I'm wrong and it shoots up through there, then that's game over. But we haven't even got to 75 likes. Yeah, so just kind of a waiting game right now. Where are we at stream-wise? An hour? All right, we still got about at least 29 more minutes. I would really like to get this up to 100 likes again if we could. I mean, I think that's reasonable. 31 more likes. Again, for those of you that are maybe just watching, this is futures trading through a prop firm. And if you're not familiar, if you're maybe doing stocks or something like that, futures have no pattern day trading rule. They have all sorts of benefits, especially when it comes to risk management. How so? Well, I was telling people earlier about this, but I got roasted this morning. Okay. Yeah, well. I don't know. Do I just see if it gets rejected? I mean, it seems plausible that there would be at least a little bit of a rejection up at that area. Do I just do one of the higher ones? Yeah, worst case. Maybe it's coming, Nathan. We'll see. I guess worst case, people will see how fast things can spin out of control and see a blown account. And this was just donated anyways, so there'd still be educational value in that. Not only for people to see how volatile they can be, but also how fast things can spin out of control. Again, I want you to realize just how volatile, how solid futures trading can be. I'm trying to persuade those of you in stocks, options, Forex, crypto, to just come to the world of the futures market and do it with a prop firm. Why so? Well, let's take a look at a trade I had this morning. Right there, you see it, down $4,600. What happened was the price came down, and I thought, okay, this is going with the trend. Fantastic, but I don't want to chase. Let me get a little bit of a bounce, and it bounced, and I started to get aggressive. But the problem is it just went literally straight up. The nasty, dreaded V-shaped recovery, and the account took $4,600 loss. But if this was you and you were in the same exact situation, did you actually lose $4,600? The answer is, assuming you're doing futures through a prop firm, no, you did not lose that amount. So when those freak nasty moves happen, which, we all get hit by those freak nasty moves, it did not actually cost you what you just saw. You would not have lost $4,600 from your pocket. You would have just lost the cost of the account. And in this situation for the $150,000, if you had purchased that account, it would have cost you $252. So that is the amount you would have lost. Now, you would have failed the challenge. You would have failed the test. So they would take the account away from you and say, hey, if you want to try again, you can try. And I will say they'll let you try again, not for $252, but they'll let you reset it for $100. So that's always a nice thing too, is you can get the $150,000 account for this. And then if you do fail the test, you can always try again for the $100. That way you're not paying $252 every time. But my point here is just from a risk management standpoint, it sure feels good to look at that number and be like, if this was you, To look at that number and be like, I'm glad I didn't actually lose that amount. Sure, I failed the test, but I didn't actually lose that entire amount. I only lost the cost of this. So that's the cost of the test. So that's the other really nice thing about futures trading with prop firms is you can just have those nasty moves that get you, but when they quote unquote get you, they don't cost you nearly the actual amount right there. So yes, that account is gone. It is roasted. And also just as a straight up bit of kind of line your expectations with reality, blown accounts are part of it. Every great futures trader I know in the prop firm space, and we have a lot of them within the private community, they all have blown accounts. They do blow accounts because sometimes it makes sense to get more aggressive, and then all of a sudden it doesn't work out. But it's also easier to get more aggressive when you know that, okay, worst case scenario, I'm out, $100 or $150, whatever size of account you took. Is this your prop firm, Clay? Yes. Jim. Yes, Jim. Yes. 60. So I wouldn't mind doing, so somebody said, well, can we do more than one? Can we do 30? I'm not going up to 30 unless we get some super chat. I can't believe we won't have a single super chat. We're in record-breaking territory, but on the bad side of things. Okay, if this wants to pull back, are we headed up to now? I don't really like 500 that much. It's consolidating right below that area. Choices. Again, right here on the 5-minute, we have this previous high right here, which is corresponding, if you look at the crosshair, corresponding directly with that pink line. 200 period moving average. That seems like, does it get rejected there? But it just took a little bit of a rest. So is this where it's going to push up through? That's what I mean. Choices. What do you think? Would you be going long here? Or would you be getting short at the pink line? Would you be doing something else? And then for those of you that are maybe new to futures, never seen them, and you're wondering, okay, Clay, that's great. There's no pattern day trading rule. That's great. These prop firms allow you to manage risk in that way. That's great that you can, trade them pretty much around the clock, that you can short them. You don't have to pay locate fees or anything like that. But like, how volatile are they actually? And that's what I'm trying to get another example so I can show you. We'll just go to one because people don't seem to be that overly, they don't really seem to be caring about me getting aggressive. I will get aggressive. I will definitely get more aggressive. But like I said, that's dependent on likes and then, kind of a combination of likes and super chats. Wait for the bull flag, then long break of 15-minute range high from this morning. I mean, maybe Nathan, but like I said, I'm trying to do this for educational reasons too. But I realize you're just saying that maybe for people around. Okay, there. Oh, I should have done it. Look at that. Look right where it bounced off of. And that's all I needed was a little bit of a scalp. Right off of that pink line. The power of charts. The power of charts. Shame on me. 73 likes. It is slowing down somewhat here. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead right at that pink line, unless it's about to really get moving here.
Order filled.
And the number I want you to watch, this is the bare minimum volatility you could expect. That number right there. That's what I want to educate you on. What kind of volatility could you expect? Well, look at that number. If you're not happy with that number, if you think it's too slow, then all you have to do to fix that is you could go up to that number, change it, and you could take that number as high as 30. So we'll see what it wants to do here. So just watch that number. So that green line is me trying to get out.
Order filled.
There. So just quick little scalps, but again, my whole point is, how did you feel about that number? We were on a $25,000 account. So the max you could have made that on the $25,000, which I could have taken that number up to 30. Again, what you saw was the bare minimum volatility. So if it was too slow for you, you could have taken that up to 30. If you still think 30 would have been not enough, then okay, you could purchase a $50,000 account. And then you could have taken that number up to 60 of those. Mike, if I remember right, you're a member of the community, right? I think you're a member of the private community. If not, you should join. That's where I kind of go over all that sort of stuff. Oh, and there we go. There's a quick little segue into me being I'm a little better. Yesterday, I literally forgot to tell anybody about what I offer until like the last 5 minutes. So I got to work on my salesman skills. There we go. If anybody wants to trade, join the private community. A lot of good traders in there. Traders way better than I am. They've gone through my training program, so I'm very proud to say that, I am by far not even close to the best trader in the community. And I should note that if you'd like for me to take a look at one of your positions, give some thoughts on it, $5 super chats, and I will do that. Could be a stock, could be Forex, could be futures, could be a crypto. Just let me know. ARB due to Honda coming to America and building cars. This company will go sky high soon. Why are you wasting your time with stocks, World Free Speech? You gotta get in the world of futures, man. You got to get into the world of stocks. So another thing right now is, okay, it is 12:41 p.m. We're on the 2-minute time frame, right? And think about how much movement there's been. And then let's compare that like, okay, I want to do stocks, but I'm going to do these microcap stocks down below, $5 or $10. Well, let's take a look at a 2-minute chart on one of these stocks and let's compare the movement. So you've been seeing here, but your other choice would be, well, what's a popular stock been today? Let's see. GV. Okay, so GV is a $2.50 stock. It's had 120 million shares. So GV. And take in mind, this distance from here up to here, so this distance on the chart is 10 cents. 10 cents. You know how many shares you would have to buy and pay potentially commissions on? But even if you don't have to pay commissions, do you know how many shares you have to buy? Do you know how much money you actually need for this distance here to actually really mean anything when that's only 10 cents? And then you come over here, and again, this movement here, this is thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars that you could have access to even with a $25,000 account. Because what you've witnessed has only been one of those micros. I'm completely new to all this. No problem there, World Free Speech. My kind of contention, my thing that I would recommend and highly encourage you to look into is futures. Because if you're looking to do stocks, unless you have $25,000, you're not going to be able to be a day trader because you will be suffering under the pattern day trading rule. So if you want to be a day trader and trade as much as you want, then do futures because there's no pattern day trading rule. And also do futures through a prop firm account because with a prop firm account, your risk is very minimal. Your risk is only the cost for the account. What do you think about funding firms? You mean prop firms? Yes, prop firms. I'm a big believer. You must have just gotten logged on now. I've been talking basically for the past hour about prop firms and how they make a whole lot of sense. So I am a big believer in prop firms. I recommend prop firms. The link will take you to Take Profit Trader, who is the prop firm that I use. So yes, I am a big believer in prop firms. Namely for this right here. I had a nasty move go against me. So $4,600. But if that happened to you, the question becomes, does that mean you just lost $4,600 out of your account, out of your personal finances? The answer to that would be no, because in the world of prop firms, you would have only been down what you paid for the account, which would have been $250 because that occurred on a $150,000 account. So yes, I've quote unquote failed the evaluation period because I lost more than $4,500, but that means I didn't lose that amount, only lost 252. And along with that is, going back to the 25,000, it's also, we're all there where we're like, wow, that was really dumb, that was really painful, but I learned a lot, right? We tack on, but I learned a lot, which is very, very important. So my argument is always, wouldn't you rather have a quote unquote learning lesson? Would you rather have the ouch, but I learned a lot? Would you rather have that cost you $1,500 of your own money to get that lesson? Or do you rather have it cost you $105? So just from the learning angle, prop firms are very, very solid because those, whoops, but I learned a lot. The quote unquote, but I learned a lot's very, very cost effective because I'd rather have the, but I learned a lot, not cost me $1,500 of my own money, but $105. I'll look into your community, see you Thursday night. Sounds good, Mike. Do you use time and sales and level 2 to take? No, don't use level 2s in futures. Now, some people like to use the depth of market over here, but no, level 2s are not necessarily like a thing, if you will. All right, potentially. Can we get to 100 likes? Or a super chat or something. I want to get aggressive, but I can't. If I start to give in and get aggressive without any sort of like standing behind what I'm saying it will take me to get aggressive, then nobody will trust. I'll lose my word. You'll be like, okay, yeah, he says that, but then he'll just do it anyways. So again, I've got to get 100 likes, or at least just some super chats. The 100 likes was just a goal, but yeah, I'm going to keep it very minimal. If you want me to get aggressive so I can show what futures is possible when people start to get aggressive, I will do that. This is a donated account. Thank you, Take Profit Trader. I appreciate it. So I don't have a whole lot of emotional attachment to it at all. Here's the pullback. But we got to get some likes or some super chats or something in here. Or else I'm just taking that as people are like, no, that's okay, Clay. You don't have to get super aggressive. I'm still good. And that's fine. I guess that's fine too. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing that I don't have a crowd of a bunch of people that are like, yeah, let's go. Go degen mode. But I will do more. If you want to see what more than this, one looks like, I can do that. But yeah, all this congestion area down here. Where do you put a stop? Okay, nope, I already read that one. Again, if you would like me to take a look at a position, maybe you're in a stock, maybe you're in a future or another futures, or you're in a crypto, I will do an analysis for you. If you have any pressing questions, $5 super chats, that'll make it happen. I will see it, so I will go immediately and do an analysis for you. So if you're, hey Clay, I'm in Tesla right now. What do you think of Tesla? I will go and do an analysis on that. So it doesn't need to be futures. I'm just doing futures right now. Because I want people to see the power of futures and why they should kick stocks to the curb, kick options to the curb. It took me over a year to figure out what was going on. I don't even know how people do it these days with all the free stuff. Like I got started in college in like 2005, 2006, and YouTube was around, but it's not like it is now. So I don't even know how new people get started. Because there's just so much stuff. Like I would imagine just getting overwhelmed. Did you have a mentor? No, I taught myself. I did have mentors though for real estate investing, because after the disaster that took place with me learning trading, I was like, I spent so much more money than I needed to. So, and my proof of that, whatever, Clay, you just say that because you sell stuff. That's a more than fair point. More than fair point. Real estate. Can't remember what the title of that video was called. It's probably back here. Let's see. There we go. Okay. So like in this video right here, sales pitch or belief, you're more, I'll link it. I guess, hey, why not? Throw it in the chat room. But here I literally go over and I break down. It was just shy of $5,000 of what I spent on real estate investing education. Because after going through the, kind of teaching myself trading, I was like, no, never again. Spent way more than I needed to. So I was like, nope, I'm definitely investing. So I, like I said, all this, and I break it down in the video, is like just shy of $5,000. So to answer your question, I firmly believe in investing into your education. Yes, I offer education, but I do realize that kind of is a credibility killer because, well, of course you're going to say that, Clay. You want me to buy your stuff. Fair enough. I understand that. But if you are interested, this is what I have to offer. Chris is here. Chris has bailed out the chat room the past couple days with super chats. He was the one responsible yesterday for me going aggressive because he did a super chat. But yeah. So yes, I believe that's what I would do if you're as a beginner. I believe in structured education, and that's what I offer. I don't offer magic pills. I don't offer holy grails, but I do offer structure. And the program's been around and been developed since 2013. So I've listened to feedback and I fine-tuned it. And I am now very confident that I know what order to teach you things in so that things sink in and that you can learn in the most efficient way possible. KC, $5 super chat. So I'm hopping right to that. Can you look at BTC 4-hour range? Absolutely. Let's go over here. So BTC. Do you mean you mean Bitcoin, right? I'm assuming. Is that right, KC? When you say BTC? Come on, 20 more likes. We can do it. We can do it. About 9 minutes. If you want me to go for another 15 minutes, so once we get to 1:30, I'll either call it good or we can keep going. But that's going to take, we'll call it a $20 super chat or a combo of $20 in super chats or getting up to 100 likes. So we got about 8 minutes to make that happen. So I'll let you guys drive me. Let me know if you want me to keep going or not. Okay, so 4 hour. So right now, 4 hours looking nice. Looking nice. We have a bit of a pullback here. So if I just extend this out, let's just say this thing pulls back some more. Well, when you factor in that not that long ago, the price was just down here and it's made its way all the way up here, it could still pull back some more, which is annoying if you want it to go down. But just from a technical standpoint, any sort of pullbacks here would still just be giving you a bull flag pattern. So pullbacks are not necessarily the enemy. But keyword there being pullback. If the price just flat out drops, then okay, that bull flag would be violated and it'd be pretty much ruined to the upside. Or Casey, are you more bearish? What is your angle? Or are you just kind of indifferent? Thank you, Baharia. My futures videos, good. Haven't looked back. So I'm sorry I mispronounced your name, and let me know, Casey. I'm waiting for the answer to you. Are you okay? You're looking at this from a bearish standpoint. Okay. Well then, right now I don't know where you're in, but this is not the most encouraging thing because as I was just pointing out, right now there is a bull flag pattern. So I don't know where you got in at, but yeah, right now it's acting like it maybe want to consolidate and then make another leg up. Although from a bigger picture standpoint, I'm not necessarily convinced of anything bearish wise. Unless the price can get back above that pink line there, which is the 200 period moving average. And you can see right there, previously acted as resistance. When is the last time the price was even above there? Look at that. Acted as resistance there. Not quite as clean cut, but acted. So yeah, we're talking, been a long time since the price has been above that pink line. So even if this bull flag does break to the upside, I mean, that is a good thing from a bullish standpoint because it is still working its way upwards. But from more of an overarching standpoint, that pink line there is a problem. There's Kelly. I like it, Kelly. Kelly's saying, come on, somebody else match it. So now we just need $10 more. So 2 more $5 super chats or 110. Or we need 17 more likes, but we got about 6 minutes. So from a short side though, Kelly, the thing that is going to be that you want to see fail is right there. If you can get that 50 period moving average to fail to the downside, then I'm not saying it drops straight down there, but what I am saying is there's quite a bit of space between the next area of support. So I could see it, definitely picking up some downside momentum there. Oh, whoa, there's the breakout. Again, what time is it? It's 12:54 in the afternoon. You know, when usually during stocks, like, okay, it's lunchtime, nothing's going on in stocks. And then look at this. I mean, this is a 440. That's 100-point from the lows up to here. That's a 100-point move. So how do futures work money-wise? Well, on the low volatile ones, 1 point equals $2. Okay, so if you get, because futures are not, you don't do it in dollars and cents, it's points. So 1 point on the micro is $2. Just as a fun fact, on the very volatile one, 1 point equals $20. So just keep that in mind. If you do the very volatile contract, 1 point is $20. So this was over a 100-point move. So if you just had one micro, so that was a 100-point move times 100, that was a potential move of $200. Again, on one micro. And on the $25,000 account that I'm using right now, you could have made that a 30. So you multiply that by 30. That would have been, if you were at 30 micro contracts, that 100-point move, it was bigger than 100-point, that would have been $6,000 on just micros. So that's what I mean. If you are looking for volatility, if you're looking for the potential to really grow things, I mean, futures certainly offer it. Again, we got about 4 minutes to either get another $10 in super chats or 16 more likes. And I will go for another 15 minutes and maybe try to get a little aggressive. Casey, whoa, I just rode that 100-point move up. Fantastic, Casey. How many contracts did you have? And of what type of contract? Great trade there. Well done. Thanks for the quickly, Clay. Yeah, wow. Congratulations to you. Nothing like catching a 100-point move. $84. All right. Well, I don't think I'm going to take any more trades because we are approaching the hour and 30-minute mark. And like I said, I got to be a man of my word. If I say things and I don't do them, then nobody's ever going to believe me. Like, oh yeah, he says that, but he doesn't actually mean it. But like I said, I am just this is viewer driven. If interest is dropping and nobody really cares, then so be it. But I got to be able to measure that somehow. I trade micro on 100K and I'm up 3K. Nathan, you are a madman. You are trading accounts when you don't need to be trading them. You are a madman. But it sounds like you know that you're kind of playing with fire, so I'm assuming you're baking that into your calculation, so that's good. I had a question about that. So yesterday I made like $1,300. Oh, KC, all right. We are going another 30 minutes. Semiconductor ETF. What is the semiconductor ETF, KC? Is that X or I don't know. I don't know that ticker off the top of my... Well, there are several anyways. But what semiconductor ETF are you thinking about? So yesterday I made $1,300 on the 50,000 account. That's why I wait for you made. So the 50K, the goal is 3,000. So yeah, you're okay because the profit target is 3,000. So the most you could make in a single day is 50% of that. So 50% of 3,000 is 1,500. And if you're saying you made 1,300, then you're good. Then you would be good. iShares ETF. Do you know what the ticker on that is, Casey? I don't know. Does anybody here know the iShares for the semiconductor ETF? I do know quite a few off the top of my head, but I can't say I know that one. I suppose I can try to... iShares... what did you say? Semiconductor... There we go. Looks like... Oh, SOXX? SOXX looks like it is. The iShares Semiconductor ETF, SOXX. Okay, yep, that's what we want. All right, so let's go check out. Do you have any specific time frames you'd like? SOXX. Make sure you guys thank Casey and Chris. Hit the like button on those super chats. They're the ones that are going to get some. We're going to keep this going. Maybe we can get some kind of some Some solid trades here, but right now I got to focus on. So did you have any? So we'll just start on the daily just so I can get a little bit of a reference point. Okay. So yeah, right now this thing is absolutely beat down. I mean, look at that trend line. That is a crazy trend line. Look how steep that is. And it's not like it's a trend line that's just been for a couple days. We're talking a couple of weeks there. Okay, daily range, good. I'm already on a daily. So right here and there, I am not really convinced of anything bullish-wise, meaning I do realize that the price was down here on Tuesday, and now it's worked its way all the way up there. I mean, that's fair enough, but I'm still not convinced of anything because it's still down below that trend line. We have had several moves where the price has not had a bounce, rejected. Look at that, had a bounce, rejected, had a bounce. Now, does that mean that for sure, guaranteed, this is going to go downwards? No, of course not. There are no guarantees. Hey, thanks, Lunchable. Do you have a request that is coming with that? Would you like me to take a look at something, or is that just a flat out thank you? Hit the like button for these super chats. These people are keeping things going. So again, I'm not saying that I'm not saying this is for sure going to happen because there are no guarantees. All I'm saying is right now, I am skeptical of any bullishness as long as the price is down below that line right there. Now, if the price can break up through that level, next key area that I'd be keeping a close eye on from a technical standpoint is that area right there at 208. Let's just call it 209, close enough. That's just this former area of support, and when levels of support are broken, they tend to act as resistance. So I'd keep a close eye on that. And then also just want to, I'd say keep an eye on that purple line there, 50 period moving average. As the name implies, as time goes by, that line is going to move itself lower and lower, and basically become a trend line that's drawn itself for you. But again, I am not convinced of the bounce because the bounce is still down below this area here. I am open to being persuaded. I am open to conversation that the bulls are back. The bulls have regained their footing. However you want to verbalize that, I am open to that if the price can get above, like I said, that trend line right there. And then in terms of areas of support, no need to overcomplicate it. Just ask a very basic question. Where did the bleeding finally stop so far? And it stopped down there at 196.70. So no fancy reasoning other than that is where bleeding has stopped. So keep an eye on that because if the price does come back down and breaks through there, well, that's just par for the course right now. That would just be putting the price down at new lows. Not sure. Nah. Well, thank you, Lunchable. I appreciate that. Very, very kind of you. Come on, let's get up to 100. We got 100 yesterday. We should be able to get 100 again. In fact, I'll do this. If we can get 100, I will do one of the very, very volatile ones, which could very realistically either make my day or break the account. But it'll give you an idea of just how volatile futures can be. So if you're like, yeah, I'm not quite sure, but I want to see it, just hit that like button. Ken Frisco. Now, it's going to take more than $5 for 30. Like I said, Ken, that's either like account gone or account passed. 30 is crazy. 30 is crazy. But I'll do 5 for Ken. Unless we get up to 100. Let's get up to 90. Can we at least get up to 90? Can we at least get to 90? So I'll do one. So Ken, I'll meet you. I'll do one NQ, which is the same as 10. In fact, I've been doing micros, so let's just stick it with micros. So I will do 10 now. This is either going to go very well or very poorly. Do not follow me in, but the number I want you to watch, all of you, is this number down here. And I want you to ask yourself, how do you feel about how that's changing around, the volatility? So 33. Oh yeah, that's a multi-$100 risk if I get stopped out down there.
Order filled.
10. Watch the number down there. Ask yourself, how do you feeling about how that's changing? So those red lines are some profit target areas up there. Nope, I'm out.
Order filled.
It needed to move. It did not move. That has got me. I will do another one, but I want to reposition. That was hesitating too much. Hesitating too much on that one. I think that was a winning trade. I'm willing to do another 10 trade because I want to give, but yeah, that too much hesitation. Maybe it'll still go, but didn't like it. Didn't like it. And now we're seeing this candle here. Like I said, might still go, but for me, at that position, I mean, 10 micros is a lot. 10 micros is a lot. And I realized, but didn't you say you could go up to 30? Yes, that's what I mean. Now, I will say, if when you saw those numbers down there, you're like, whoa, 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 that's too fast for me. No problem. Totally get it. The solution to that would be you would just come up here and you would just lower that down. So if 10's too much, the solution is lower it down. If you got to go to 1, so be it. We're at 9. Come on. How can we not get to 100? Like, how? It'd be very, like, what causes people to not want to hit the like? Well, they don't like it. Fair enough, but you would think that we could get 10 more. I think that was a small gain. I'm pretty sure that was a small gain. So we are now $290 away from passing. It should go up if it's hesitating. I don't know if I agree with that. If it's hesitating at a resistance, that makes me think that the resistance is about to smack it back down. Now, if I had 1 or 2 micros, I can weather that storm. I can sit there and give it a chance a little bit better. But when I'm at 10, you know what? I'm not willing to give it as much grace. Look like about a $35 gain. Okay, thank you. Thank you. And that's why position size is important. I'll say that again because there's a good learning lesson. Had I just had 1 micro, it's like, okay, yeah, I can sit through this. I'll let this chop around. But like when you're at 10, that's a different ball game. What do you mean only 80 people watching? We're making progress. We're getting more and more every day. And I love all 80 of you. I'd love you more if we could get 9 more likes. We are approaching the overnight high, but that's still got a ways to go. Do you trade by watching the ladder or straight technicals? I'm pretty much just technicals. Casey, you are a good, are you, Casey Bellis, are you part of the private community? If not, you have no choice any longer. You are joining. I like you. You seem to have a good head on your shoulder. You're trying to do things the right way. Now, everybody is welcome to join, but some people I want to join more than others because some people I can tell will fit in very, very nicely. Casey, you're one of those people. So I'm calling Kate. You don't have a choice. Get out your credit card or debit card or PayPal account. You're joining. You're going to fit in great. Go get signed up. You will really enjoy it. We have all sorts of... Oh, whoa. Whoa. Who said that? Who said, well, when it hesitates, usually it goes up? Who said that? World free speech. Wait a second. World free speech. Weren't you the person that said you're new? Wasn't that you? Come on. Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. Blow up in a good way, like gain followers. Yeah, I'm trying to, yeah, okay, yeah, yes. Depending on what folks are watching this on, like, say, TV, and our older folks trying to find the like button in full screen mode again using TV, major pain. Okay, thank you for that, Shogun. Appreciate that feedback. That does make sense. We're 4 away. But come on. Come on, you said when it hesitates, it's about to go up. That's what, I mean, like I said, things weren't feeling right. Are my instincts always correct? Absolutely not. But yeah, I'm glad. I mean, 10. I think that's a count gone with that move. Goodness. Let's do this. I'll get aggressive. I'm going to start at 1, but I'll see if I can build. What is going on? Is it news? Okay. Well, anyway, I'll try to. I'll do small scalps if it wants to give me, but if not, we'll build. So this could be an account blow up here. So let's see. Oh, no. If I'm going to get this aggressive, we need to at least be at 100 likes, which is reasonable. And we got 6 minutes left. So 4 more likes, and then I will get aggressive with this dip. Or this knife, whatever you want to call it. And it might either be a passed account or a blown account. But we need 4 more likes. And we have about officially 5 minutes left of the stream. I guess if we get another $20 in super chats, we might as well make it a 2-hour stream. But got to get up to the 100 likes. Hit the rubber band effect on some of the boulder barrel. Yeah. Somebody took away a like. Savage. Long at the 200. Well, you're underwater right now. I hope it bounces for you. These are crazy movements where, I mean, was this crazy move and all of a sudden it's going to V-shape back up? Thanks for the content, Clay. You are welcome, Lance. Thanks for being here. Hopefully you hit the like button. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button. From what my understanding, like the best thing to help out with the algorithm and all that sort of stuff is to hit the subscribe button. So if you could do that, that would be great. Oh boy. Should have bought. Should have gotten aggressive. I blame all of you because we did not get to 100 likes in time. I'm kidding. What is that? 25.17. I guess I could do just put a stop into this thing's either rolling back over, going to come up there. We were just stuck at, cannot get up to 100. How do we not get up to 100 likes? I got to be a man. No, or else people are not going to trust me. I'm not taking another trade until we get 100, which I thought was reasonable. I was like 4 away. So I got to stand by my word. Yeah, I'd be getting short, yeah. Because I got the stop basically right up there. 97. It's moving fast like your change. We have to make some fun. It will attract viewers. Well, then feel free to super chat it up then. World free speech. 98 likes. Okay, if this pushes up and then comes back down, this could be a great short entry. Right with the good timing of 100 likes. We just need 2 more likes. Hit the like button. Or super chat it. Even a $5 super chat. We'll make this happen. Again, comes up here, comes down. Look to get short right about here. I wonder if Clay still has his army of shorts playing pennies. Yes, absolutely. They're shorting triple zeros right now, Ken. Exactly. Okay, here we go. Can we get up to 100? We just need 2 more. Although the risk profiles change. See what I mean? Down, and then is this going to go straight back up? We'll see. 99 likes. Let's go. One more. Crazy bounce. And back down to 98 likes. Who are the people that like take away their likes? That's pretty. I mean, there's some people that are just savage. Again, this is futures. Futures trading is fantastic. For you stock traders out there, there's no pattern day trading rule. You can trade it pretty much around the clock. You can short whatever you want. You don't have to locate, pay for fees. You don't have to spend money on scanners or waste your time finding the hot stocks or anything like that because you just trade the same thing every single day. No, I see 99 here, Casey. Yeah, I know. People are savage. No, I see 99. We got 40 seconds. I'm watching that timer. There's 100. Okay. Oh, and now it drops. All right. By the skin of her teeth, I said, oh, we're at 99. 99, nope. There's 101, all right. I don't know, does this thing keep going up? No, now I'm totally just almost just making a trade for the sake of saying I would do it. All right, I will build up to 30 because we did hit 100. That's what I said. Whoa, uh-oh. Log out. Uh-oh, trade ovate. This is not a good look. Now I'm scared. I am now scared. What was that? Am I still able to? I guess. Okay, that was a bit sketchy. All right, I will look. If it wants to give me a quick scalp, I'll take this quick scalp, but I'm willing to go up to 30. So this could be a blown account. Don't follow me in. I'm not saying this is a great trade, but what I want you to watch is this number down here. For those of you that think, I don't know, is futures worth it? Should I look into it? Well, ask yourself how you feel about that volatility right there.
Order filled.
I'm in. So watch that number. Ask yourself, is that
order filled
out there for the quick little scalp? Again, I was willing to go more than 5, but if it wanted to give me some in my favor, was not going to turn it down. We can try again here. So once more, I just want to reiterate, if you're looking at that number and saying, whoa, that's too fast for me. That's too fast for me, Clay. Then no problem. The solution is you would just want to reduce, you would want to X out the 5 and then maybe try 3. And if that was still no good, just try 1. I would recommend starting at 1 though. Start minimum conservative and then work from there. Oh, really? Was that too loud? Okay, I'll turn down the order filled guy. Sorry about that. Oh, no, they took away my big loss that I can't make the educational example out of anymore. For those of you wondering, this other account up here, that is a pro account. So that's one that's I passed through the evaluation. That's kind of hanging on by a thread. But that is what that one is up there. I mean, we do have a pretty well-defined stop. I got to be moving on with my day. I know. I said I'd get aggressive, and I try to get aggressive. It just gave me the scalp, and I can't act like a total degen. Oh, the struggles of live trading. I mean, even that's a 40 point, or not, down to, that's like a 30 point, that's like $60 risk right there on just one. So that's basically a $300 risk. If I were to get short here and then get stopped out, I'm risking potentially around $300 if I'm wrong, which would put me basically slightly up on the day. And that would be disappointing, but it would still be green. All right, let's see what happens. Nope, I missed it. All right, never mind. So that red line that showed up, that was my order entry that I tried to get in at, but I was not fast enough. So I am about $260 away from passing. Yeah, thanks, Casey. This is the 200 on the 5. So losing trades are a good thing to kind of just illustrate that. Yeah, losing trades happen. So I'm going to go 1, and I'm just going to get the stop loss in right here. And this thing either is bouncing or it's not. So buy bid.
Order filled.
So there's my stop loss down there. So let's see if this thing wants to bounce. Because, we got to have... Got to have some losing trades. Realize that losing trades happen too. There we go. Okay, I'm moving this up to slightly ahead of Brett. So now this is for sure a winning trade. Gonna move it up some more because my my exit is above my stop loss, or my stop loss is above my entry. So I'm just moving up my stop loss. Come on, keep bouncing. Don't hit me out. Come on. Again, worst case, I'm making money. My only stress right now is how much money am I gonna make? Because I don't know how high this is gonna bounce. Come on, push up some more. Okay, moved it up a little bit more. Moving it up some more. Come on, give me another push. Oh, come on, bounce, bounce. There we go, going up some more. And
stop filled.
There. So, well, I tried to get a losing trade, but no, it didn't want it. Nice little bounce here. Pretty aggressive. So tomorrow, if I stream, I'll be 200, if my math right there, $220 away. So 220 away from passing. So that was a nice. Now, why didn't I do 5 there? If I'd have done 5, I've been passed. But it is what it is. So, and that is how it's done. Yeah. You know what? Just give it a chance. It bounced. Follow it up. So that is all I have. A final few things here. If you are interested, I'm offering this webinar, which is, I guess, is tomorrow. So if you want to learn more about the tools I'm using, how I use them to build consistency, manage risk, make sure to get signed up for that. There's a link down in the description area that you can use, sign up, or just go to claytrader.com/live. But like I said, there's a link down below, and that'll also make sure that you have the right framework. A lot of people show up thinking they're doing smart things, and I understand why they're doing what they are, but it's not actually a smart thing that they're doing. So there's a lot of just making sure that you have the right understanding of the market to make sure that you have the right framework, and then it builds a good, solid foundation to which you can build from. So make sure you check out that. Like I said, link down below in the description box. And then if you want, or I guess I could just put, I always forget, I can just put the link right here. So if you want the class, there it is right there. What firm am I using? I'm using Take Profit Trader, Joe. So if you use that link, that'll give you the deal. And if you want to, or if you just go to Take Profit Trader, use code CLAY, CLAY, code at Take Profit. And that's just a way to support the channel if you want to do that. And then also, if you want to join the community, I do offer a private community. We have a ton of really good traders, and it's it's one that you don't have trolls, you don't have drama queens, because it's not free. But it's also not expensive. It's $99 that gives you access for 3 months. Not $99 per month, but $99 for 3 months worth of time, which breaks down to $8.25. I'll get in touch with you about joining. Casey, just join the link right there. Click that link and join. You don't have a choice, Casey. Sorry. You have to join. But so that's everything. I appreciate everybody being here. We went up over 105. The $25,000 account that was donated so graciously by Take Profit Trader is getting closer and closer to passing. And again, kick stocks to the curb. Kick options to the curb. Forex, crypto, they're all garbage. I know a big claim to make, but I challenge you. Show me how futures are worse. There's no pattern day trader rule. You can trade them whenever you want. They're open basically around the clock. You can short whatever you want. You don't have to pay for locate fees. You don't have to scan for stuff. No spending your time looking for things because you just trade the same things every day. They're very volatile. They move fantastic. And if you're just catching this now, go back and rewatch the live stream. Several trades where you get to watch and see the volatility, and you'll see exactly what I mean. And then with the prop firm, they allow you to control your risk because when you have those, oh, that was stupid type moments, it's not going to cost you thousands of dollars. It'll just cost you the price of the account. So, yes, reach out to me, clay@claytrader.com. If you do have any questions on any of this in the chat box, and just let me know you're from the live stream. But like I said, futures through a prop firm, would love if you use that link up top. That'll give you the current discount. Or if you just go to takeprofittrader.com directly at the checkout, if you use code CLAY, CLAY, that'll also, be a way to support the channel. But thank you all for being here, and I appreciate it. Again, click that like button if you have not yet, and make sure you hit the subscribe button. Take care, and I'll see you back tomorrow.